reacting pretty slowly. I. Tag it. What's your move? Not anymore. I will help you. I.